Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. This is Prepper Brian, and this week I am going to be talking about a water catchment build that I have made out of two 32-gallon trash cans. Now these are cans that I have purchased from Walmart, and they really weren't that much, $15 a piece. Plus I had to pay for a spigot, and I bought those through Amazon. And I know everybody doesn't want to shop Walmart or Amazon because of all the leftist crap and everything, but what you can do, go spend 30 bucks at a home shop somewhere, because I understand you want to support your local town, but then again, people like me, I'm poor. So I gotta try to save money as best I can. Anyways, let's go to the video and I'll show you what I've made. Now, as you can see here, this is the front of the trash can. I've already put the spigot on it, as you can see at the bottom. Now, at the top there is just regular PVC pipe. It is 3/4 inch pipe that I got from Home Depot. The elbow piece right there was 99 cents, plus a couple extra little PVC parts. Each part, I think, it was still about 99 cents or so. It was about $2 or $3 just to make the overflow spout there at the top. This is a little video I put together. There you go. You can see the spout, how it actually opens and closes. It looks like I'm kind of struggling there as I'm doing it. It really wasn't that bad to put in. It just took a drill. I had a spade bit. It was a 7/8 spade bit that I used to get the hole down at the bottom of the trash can. Now the trash can I used for this is this one right here. It's from Walmart, a Hyper Tough 32-gallon trash can. It was only $15.94. That is the price that it is here in my town, in my city. That's why you see $15.94, only 7 left because it's set for my area. So, yeah. Alright, let's go back to the video. Right now I'm actually showing you the trash can and saying, hey look, here's an overflow spout. I'm gonna stick my finger in it, right? That's the inside of it. It actually holds a pretty good amount of water. Right now outside it is filled up with water. So I've got 2 cans now outside my house filled with water for my garden. Now on the top of this I do have screen you normally use for like your window or your screened in door. It's the same type of screen. It's just a polyurethane plastic type of screen. I didn't use metal or the aluminum type, which is what usually Home Depot also sells. It just went for the regular cheap stuff, mainly to try to keep bugs and mosquitoes out, so that way as I'm collecting the water, they're not thinking, oh gee, here's some free water for my family to have some babies in, right? I'm showing everybody the trash can, what it is. Oh look, it's 32-gallon. I know, right? It's like he just said that. Yeah, I put this video together over a number of days, so it'll be a little choppy here and there. Oh, now the lid's there. You can now see the lid is on top. Now if you can imagine outside, there's a piece of screen in between that can and the lid. Now I'm going to show everybody where I put my hole cut. Right about there. Yep. I was pretty much saying this is where I'm gonna cut my hole. I think I was even telling myself that too. It was really easy to put this together. It really didn't cost me all that much to try to save, what, 64 gallons? So, free water coming off my gutter. Who can't complain about free water when you're getting a pretty big city bill? Alright, and this is what it looks like outside, what I have it connected up to right now. And that's my gutter. Of course, you guys have seen my videos, you know what my house looks like. So, I did have to go get those parts right there that you see, or that you did see. Let me reverse it just a few. Oh, now we're going crazy here. There we go. Yeah, I was even showing the gutter. That right there. Those little 90-degree pieces for the guttering. I did have to go get those additional from Home Depot, and each one of those pieces was about $4. So 2 for the front side of the house and 2 for the back side of the house. So I spent about $12 that day. But for a little system like this for free water, it was worth it. Now see, you can see the screen there already. That way we can keep the bugs out. Yeah, there was a time that I was using totes just to try it out, just to get free water from my garden. And it did work. But I was getting a lot of mosquitoes. And it just wasn't fun having to wear mosquito spray outside all the time. Yeah, this is the final way it looks after getting it all in there. And oh look, there's an overflow spout. Yep, and there's the spout. Now that down there, a garden hose does actually attach to that, so it's a 3/4 piece. Now the piece that I did use on that at the bottom, you see there, is this right here from Amazon. It's the PVC spigot kit drain rain barrel faucet kit. It was only $12.59, so it really wasn't that much. So $15.94 for the can, $12.59 for the spigot, and it's a pretty decent spigot. Yeah, and just like the instructions here, it was actually pretty easy to put on. So I just had to drill that hole right there, which is a 7/8, close to a 1-inch hole, and then seal the spigot up, put it in, put the rubber O-ring in, and it actually holds a pretty good seal. So I haven't had any leaks yet. And of course the $2 or $3 in the parts for the overflow. Now the screen I already had on me. I had a big roll of screen for windows and doors, so I really didn't need to purchase that. And here later in the video I'll show you the pump that I used to get the water out of there. Now I know some people do use cement blocks to set it on, so that way they can just put a canister underneath it to just pour it into the garden themselves. And here's the back side of the house too. This is the other one that's on the back side, on the north side of the house. The one you were just looking at is on the south side of the house, which is the front of my house. Of course, yep. Now I was pointing at that right there. That's one of the totes that I was using originally to capture rain, and I don't suggest doing it. And I heard, and I started doing that because I heard it from another channel. I forgot what her name was. She was like, "Oh, you can use totes. You can use totes to collect rainwater." And yes, that is true. But you will get lots of bugs, and unless you like mosquitoes and bugs, I wouldn't do it. So this is the way I went, was with the trash cans, and I've actually had no bugs now. Now right here, I'm showing you the piece that right there actually goes onto my pump, so that way the dirty water that's collected from the roof and through the drain system into the water or trash can, that way that dirt doesn't screw up my pump. And you'll soon see here in just a few minutes what pump I'm using. And of course you see my chunky butt there. Now you see how that's connected up. See, we're at 2 minutes 48 seconds. Let's see if we can reverse this. Oh, of course we're going to start over, right? There we go. Let's go back. Come on, camera. Let's go back down. There we go. Now as you can see, there is a 3/4 inch hose from the pump, where the little filter is that filters the water, to the trash can. That piece of hose I actually had to make myself. Now you can use a same hose type from a washing machine. It's the same one. It's 2 female ends, 2 female in hoses. it was, for me, it was just, I already had the parts, and I had the extra hose sitting in my shed, so I just cut a piece and made it myself, instead of, taking it off the back of my washer, and then the wife wondering, gee, why can't I wash clothes? I figured it'd probably be better, just to make my own hose piece. Now you do see that the pump is ran off a 12-volt battery. Now I did that on purpose because let's say, there's all this worry about the power grid going down. What if it actually does? Well, I still gotta feed my garden, right, with water. And if there is water available in those tubs from a rainy time, and I'll have to go through it sparingly, because if there's no power grid, then my city water's not gonna run either, because that's all ran on power. So hopefully the water in the tubs on both sides of the house will be available for the garden, so that way I can still feed my family. That was the whole point of getting a 12-volt pump. Now I'll go ahead and show you here real quick what pump it is. It's from Harbor Freight, and it was about $50. It really wasn't that bad. I've already got the site here saved for you guys. This is the one I'm using. It's the 12-volt DC transfer pump, $49. And it actually does pretty well for the pressure that it creates, sucking it out of the trash cans or water catchment, whatever the hell you want to call it. It works just great for sending it through the hoses and into my sprinkler, and it gets the whole garden, which you'll see later on in the video. At the very end of the video, you'll see the water spraying, and you'll see me getting hit with water and while I'm trying to run around with my camera in my hand. But this is the pump that I'm using. Now the 120-volt pump that's exactly like this that Harbor Freight has, it was $65. So that was another reason why I went with a 12-volt. Besides, I had an extra car battery, so I mean, I really wasn't worried about it. You see that car battery that's in there? It came out of my truck, because my truck's got a brand new battery in it right now, thanks to President Potato and his stimuluses. He's bought a lot of stuff for my truck recently. Anyways, that's the used battery, and it even says on it, used battery. You can see it in big red letters. But it does work just great. I mean, the little system I built here, the little ideas that I was having from watching all you guys out on YouTube, I tried to make something. So yeah, I got in real close, like, there you go, there's the pump, and there's the little filter to keep the pump clean. Yep, and it runs right off that battery. And it actually runs for a pretty good while too. So this is the hose I'm using. Connects right onto the other side of the pump. Now you might see my camera kind of jumbo around there. I was trying to hold it and screw on a hose at the same time. So it's kind of a balancing act. There we go. Alright, Brian, you got it screwed on. Good job, dude. Oh, I got it. Yep, make sure it's tight. Come on, man. It should be tight, dude. Yeah. Alright, let's walk around here. Now, if you see, I've got everything on a Y connection. That red hose, that really bright red hose you see, that's coming right from the city line of my house. I put a Y connection on there on purpose. So if you see where that light tan hose is, that's the one going to my sprinkler. So I have a Y connection on there, if you can tell. So one side of the Y connection, I can turn it off from the city and open the other side and run the water straight from that brown hose through the Y into my sprinkler. Well, when I run out of water out of my water catchment, then I go back to my city water. So I turn the brown hose off that you see on the left, and the one on the right, the bright red hose, I turn that little valve on. So you're not running all these different hoses and having to connect and disconnect off your sprinkler and running back and forth. You just go down there and turn a little switch valve. I was sitting there thinking about that a long time ago. Gee, how can I make this easy for myself? So that's what you guys see there. In fact, you see me doing it. Turning that valve on, that's from the water catchment, and the valve on the right There you go. Now it's all the way off. So yep, that's how I have it set up. Made it real easy for myself. And it works. Yeah, there's my water timer. I do use a water timer so that my garden waters itself. Like tonight, here after I make this video, it's 5 a.m. when it goes off, and I have it set to do it for 30 minutes. Every 24 hours, I believe. It was every 2 days, but my garden was pretty much screaming at me with their leaves. The leaves will start drooping, and when your leaves start drooping downward, that means they need water. Now, if they start curling upwards, that can either be wind or a nutrient deficiency, especially if it has any coloring, like yellow coloring or withering. But most of the time with my garden, it's more drooping downward, which is telling me, hey, I need a freaking drink, dude. Give me some water. Alright, let's walk back over here on the other side. And here pretty soon, guys, I'm going to do another little garden update. Just another little weekly thing. And I know this last other week, I haven't gotten a video up. My goodness, I've been so busy around the homestead. Especially dealing with a wife that's disabled. Poor lady. Yep, there you go. Now you see it filling up the little filter. So it's going. Oh, yep, it's shooting. Oh my goodness, you're going to see me running. I'm getting wet. Yep. See right there, you can see that it's running the sprinklers. So, here in just a few seconds, that video will end. So I'm going to pause it right there so you guys can see. Of course, you got to kind of have to turn your head a little bit, but the way I'm holding my camera. But now you guys see water catchment coming off my roof into a $15 32-gallon trash can from Walmart with a little $12 spigot from Amazon and a little $50 12-volt $50 pump from Harbor Freight is powering it all. So even if the power grid's off and I got water in my tote, my garden's still getting water. And it actually puts out pretty good pressure too. It's not the most highest pressure you can find, but it actually does spray pretty good. In fact, it was spraying me good enough that I had to run with my camera. But, yep, there we go. The video just ended. That's it. That's it on that little video. It took me about 3 or 4 days to put that little video together, so it was a lot easier to show everybody. But now you guys know this is what I am doing for my water catchment system. And I think I spent altogether was, what, 12, 15, 24... 30, so 50 plus my pump, so maybe about $100. And I went onto the Walmart website and a few other sites just to see what it would be for a water barrel already pre-made. My goodness, some of them things are $200 or $300, and I even found one for $600. I think about crap my pants. I was like, no way. Anyways, guys, if you watched this whole video, I appreciate it. And I think here soon I'm going to come out with another cool video. I'm probably going to do one that's about my solar, because I have some pretty good solar panels. They're 1200 watts in total power. 1200 watts in panels. So, and my big inverter, my batteries, I'm going to show you how I have it all wired and set up. Right now it's not really set up in the back anyways where it's at. A lot of the stuff is put into a Faraday cage currently. So I haven't even hooked or wired anything up. But eventually I'm going to. I've just been, with all the talk lately of EMP this and corona mass ejection and everything, and the world's going to blow up, you know, I just haven't set anything up just in case. I don't want all my crap fried. So, you know how that goes. Especially all the crazy, the fear videos. I know some of these guys out here try not to put fear videos out, but after you sit there and you listen to it, you're thinking, oh crap, like all my stuff's gonna fry. I don't want my things to fry. Especially as much money as I spent over the years on all my toys. And I'm poor. I don't really have all that much money. So I'd really like to keep my stuff. Anyway, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, comment. Definitely like it. Or if you don't like it, if it gets you off clicking the dislike button, then click it. I don't care. Or you can share it out also if you think this video is cool for your friends to get a little idea of making a cheap water catchment system. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. You guys have a great afternoon or great evening, wherever you are. Goodbye. Hello and welcome everybody to the channel. This week, jeez, 32-gallon trash cans that I bought from Walmart, and I'm gonna show you guys the ones that I use in case you might want to build one yourself, really cheap, on the fly. They work great for me. Let's go straight to the. Let's just be retarded and forget what to say. Yeah, jeez. Next cut, take 2.